Hey everyone, welcome. Before we get anything underway, before we say anything, I just want to quickly show you the intro movie to this game because it is phenomenal. So I'm just going to let you enjoy this for a minute and a half.
eventually beat the game. And getting 5 of the red star rings allows you to get an extra dream orb, which then means you can basically play a bunch of less levels. So that's just a little bit faster there.
Yeah, so going into the second act of these stages, you'll see that it's very familiar. It's the exact same layout as what we had before in the first level, but it's just an individual part of it with a different challenge in there. That one was we added more springs, have fun with the springs, go get the things, and then away we go. The way this run is routed at the moment, we are going to be going through the stages as and when they immediately unlock. Now, eventually we will run into a segment where we have to double back on ourselves and go do some of the other levels, but to make sure that we're getting the quickest possible RTA times, we have basically optimized our menuing pretty much.
Yes, HUDs went ahead and did all that. I initially created like a route for this game that allowed us to play the levels that were the fastest, and then HUD went through and optimized just the menuing standpoint, so it's a little bit more fluid, a lot more A presses versus having to go back kind of randomly. You can just progress the game forward when the game needs to progress forward.
Exactly.
It got annoyed and I cracked out the spreadsheets. What can I say?
But yeah, these first couple of levels here, when we're going to go for the extra dream orbs, it means that we just have to take routes that we would otherwise not intend to take, but only one run through these levels is better than having to do two.
Yeah.
Everybody is very much enjoying the you looking down, by the way.
Yeah, so because I'm running this on the iPad, it's on my desk, which means I'm having to look down at it rather than up at my screen. So apologies for the fact that you're basically going to be looking at the top of my head for most of this run, but to be honest, you're not missing out on much.
One thing that I don't think we've mentioned either is this game is actually IGT timer based. I know Arg mentioned RTA a little bit a second ago, but so we're going for IGT. So at the end of the day, even if the game crashes, which you saw the fantastic statistics at the beginning of the run, where 80% of runs crash, probably a heck of a lot more than that, and 100% of marathon runs have crashed. So crashes don't affect the game from the IGT standpoint, which has been fantastic. When you're trying to find your pacing with RTA wise, it's terrible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like don't as much as we love live split, don't rely on live split in this one. It ain't gonna matter. The final time at the end of the game is what matters best for us. But yeah, we're going through the Fall Guys looking world here. It just looks like Fall Guys. You're seeing HUDs do a lot of corner cutting here with these rails, using the power of the homing attack and the fact that it is very generous on locking onto certain objects for us. We're just going to be cutting a lot of corners just to try and squeak out every possible second that we can get.
So, and as you notice, most, if not all levels have, the first levels have keys. There will be a few key skips that we'll actually get to do here. So not every single level, you have to collect all the keys. And HUDs is going to try the first rail skin for the derail.
I love that it's derails. Derailings are amazing. Oh, not quite.
I really hope they haven't fixed that. I really hope they haven't fixed that. So I've not tested that.
I've not tested it either. Yeah, so derailing there, absolutely fantastic name for it. Basically, when you're on a rail in this game, the game really wants you to be on the rail. But it was discovered. King Rose, was it yourself that discovered it?
No, I can't. It might have been Ray.
I want to say it was Ray.
Yeah,
I think it was Ray that discovered it. But the thing with the rails are, if you time a boost and the jump. There you go. No, there's Ray right there. So Ray and HZZ there. Going to go in and test it for us right now. But if
it's probably just me. I'm probably just bad at the moment.
Because it is a pretty precise input. You have to jump and dash at the exact same time.
As far as I can tell, it is frame perfect.
It's very close, yeah. But Ray, please do test. Do let us know if it is on this new update here. But it allows us to escape the rails, which are supposed to be guiding you from the beginning to the end. And there's some little segments like there where it's just a spiral down. And if you can skip that, you save a little bit of time. We do hope it hasn't been fixed, because if it has, that's going to make some of the later levels a little bit interesting.
Yeah, there's one or two other derails for sure. That'll be, yeah. Not looking forward to that. So I as well have not played the new update at all. The update came out 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Oh, there's the first crash.
There you go. Still not 100, still 100% marathon. We can keep it in.
Yep.
Track.
Lovely.
I can do adventure mode.
And at least it was like right in the start of the level too, so it's not even RTA wise. That's not technically bad.
No, at least.
Oh, come on. Really? What?
Let's go. Let's go.
Second one in the level. Let's go.
It better not crash a third time.
We're just
Third time's a charm, baby.
frame perfect on the inputs is what's going on.
Right. I'm not going to spam anything this time. I'm just going to press the button. Gonna... Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, this is bad.
for gamey.
This is really bad.
Yeah. This is really good. So, do you have your Apple TV around?
I do, actually. I do. If I need to swap.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, swap.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap.
Get the swap. This is very welcome to technical difficulties here, where this is what you get for swapping to an iPad.
Well, the thing is it the iPad or is it the update? That's the question.
I've not done a run, so I can't tell you.
Oh dear. That's fine.
We're just going to quickly switch over to the Apple TV next device coming through.
I just thought of something.
That's dangerous.
That is dangerous. Hang on, let me quickly check something. Bear with me. So you know how they released the new update, the 1.3 update?
You haven't done that on the.
And then they immediately released 1.3.1 with quote unquote bug fixes. No, I do have 1.3.1 on here. Oh no, I don't. I've got 1.3, not 1.3.1. I wonder if it's an update. It's fine. Let me quickly update. Hang on.
No, don't do the update.
It's literally doing it now. It's going to take like 10 seconds. It's fine. We've got time.
I thought you didn't want it to do the update.
I'm not going to have my save file on the Apple TV, am I? Right,
Yeah.
it's already updated. It's fine. Is that quick? It's already updated. Switch back. I really hope it works now. Right. There you go. Updated.
Oh no,
You saw nothing.
Ray is confirming that derailing might be fixed.
You're joking. Right, first off, please don't crash. Okay.
Okay, we're good.
We're good.
There you go. All right.
Oh dear. So it turns out if you don't install the 1.3.1 bug fix update, it won't let you to continue the game.
Way to go, buddy!
Oh my good lord.
At least the save file's still there. That's all.
That's true.
That's all.
Well, yeah, now we know what 1.31 fixed. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta love it. See, I updated the Apple TV. I just clearly forgot to update the iPad. What can I say? Right. Anyway, Dr. Crabulous, the most fabulous of all.
Yes.
He now has 6 hits instead of 4.
Yes, and there's good cycles. HUD is really good at doing the early cycles on this. You can get hits right away. So Dr. Crabulous can jump 4 or even 5 times, I think, initially there, but you can get him initially. You can get him on the first hit, the first jump, but it's incredibly difficult.
It's almost impossible. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, there is the boss. He is gone. Dr. Crabulous is away, just like some of our time at the beginning of that run there, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's why we have our estimates. We've now unlocked Cream and Tails. They are available now. We've got our flight characters. I hope you're fans of stamina meters, or in this case, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, because that is exactly what we have here. So all our characters can boost, which is, thank God, that's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
But we're going to see really funky routing around this one, because we're going to do our first key skip here.
Yep.
Nice big flight up there with the stamina.
Nice.
Instant lock on as well. Lovely.
It's fine. I got 2.5 minutes RTA to catch up on now. Here's the thing, though. Yes, I get punished for RTA. Don't worry. The estimate is very generous for this exact reason. But secondly, none of what just happened will have affected the IGT. Our in-game time. So as far as a potential PB is concerned, not that this is going to PB, but any potential, it's basically, yeah, it's unaffected. On one record, please. God, I wish.
So we are going to have a lovely little interesting thing when we get to World 3, thanks to Ray's little update here, but we will see what is going to happen. Make sure you grab that this time. Nicely done. So it's all about keeping the momentum here with cream and cheese, doing little skips, going through the stage kind of backwards at this point just to get a lot of height, about turning on us. That gives us our final red star ring of the stage. Then immediately just going to leg it straight through, going to take the boost along here. simply because this is faster than trying to go through the corridor of flight. So you just fly up and then away you go. Lovely.
You love to see it.
Yeah, there's lots of little route deviations that the community has come up with too, which has been pretty nice. Where you're skipping little sections there, that save, not a ton of time, but obviously speedrun you're trying to save time in general. So skipping a lot of different things is massive in this game. This game's definitely relatively optimized just from like routing. We can obviously always find more. It's still new enough. But the levels themselves have been gotten pretty low for sure. We're also going to skip a couple platforms there, like you're designed to go forward, but you can just skip this section here. And you don't even need the flight pads for either of these sections, actually. You can actually just boost and fly right underneath both of those as well. Nicely done. So now we're into the crystal section here of this section. So there's definitely different routing that you can take for all of these here. Huds is going to go get this one safe and then come kind of use his flight mechanics to get to the top up here. There's shard levels in just about every section as well. Most of the shard levels are faster to complete. There's one or two shard levels that we end up skipping because they're just way out of the way. We have routed in a lot of the shard sections.
Yeah, we have specific routes for them as well. You can see here with Cream, one of the main things you don't want to do is just be flying with her by default because she loses a lot of speed really quickly. So you want to just try and get that boost speed if you can, and then away you go. Some levels don't allow you to do that though. New act is unlocked, so we got to go through. This is what we mean by getting the dream orbs, because now we're just going to mash our way through, switching immediately over to Tails on this one. The reason we go for Tails and not for Cream, even though Cream is best girl for this one, is simply get menuing. So we do the quick menuing. That's going to be an interesting bonk there.
Yeah. Did not want that.
So this skip right here was found by our own RGig right here. Able to skip right through that wall. So instead of having to go, we used to go all the way around to get this red star.
I did a thing, let's go!
Wrote the game on purpose this time. On purpose.
Yeah, wow. Don't give me that much credit.
And then another skip as well. We used to go all the way back to where that red door is.
Up you go! Yeah!
That was close, but nice.
Yeah.
That's actually better because you don't get the spring bounce, so it saves you time.
Well, you can actually get the rail from there. You don't even need the spring.
Yeah, I bonked the underside of the whatever the tube thing is there, so yeah, I was kind of lucky to get that one, to be honest.
All right, and that's my contribution to the Sonic Dream Team, so I'll see you later. Thanks very much for having me. Bye.
Big I did something energy.
I did. Listen, I have left my mark. That makes me happy.
Yeah, there it is. It's moving there. Those platforms can be super tricky here.
Yeah, they're very unpredictable in terms of what position they're going to be in, so you just kind of have to wing it when you get there. So just an interesting note on the derailing quickly. So one of the really cool things with this is that we've actually had some of the devs from Sega Hardlight in our chats come and talk to us. So some of the level devs and editors and stuff like that. Now, derailing was actually a feature that they originally baked in, but then removed because of the touchscreen controls. Because obviously this is playable on iPhone and iPad. When we found a way to still do it, though, they said that it was an unintended consequence of what they'd done with the mechanic, but that they weren't against it. So if they have actually fixed it, that's going to be really interesting, because according to the devs, they were quite happy that we found a way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
the thing about that, though, is that as we've learned the hard way, devs don't necessarily get the final say, which is a shame. So.
And they may have fixed it on accident. They don't even know about it either.
Exactly. Many different things on this one. So we'll have to do a little bit of research just to have a look and see if we're able to be like, hey, what's going on with this? We'll need to have a look at it. Huds is now running around doing things backwards here, going back into previous levels just so we can go and grab those lovely dream orbs that we need to advance.
And one thing you're going to see on the menu as well, if you look closely, which the new update just had, was there's rankings on levels now as well. So all these different levels here. So you can see HUD's already got an S rank on 1-2 or whatever it was. So that was just brand new to the newest update as well.
Oh, there's going to be a new thing now with the speedrunners, isn't it? That for all the levels where we can get rankings, if we don't get S rank, there's going to be the jokes about reset, isn't there?
Obviously,
at this
of course.
point, like, you're like, I went too slow. That's an A rank. It's not gonna cut it.
Yeah. There you got an S again. Nice.
It will not continue, I'm telling you now.
No, it won't. You're right.
So a little bit of speed tech that is happening that you're seeing HUDs do here is HUDs will boost and also then immediately jump into an air dash. This allows the boost meter basically to fill back up a little bit while still keeping the boost state. This allows us just to maintain a little bit more extra boost while trying to keep going as fast as we possibly can. Good for stages like this because you want to just go fast. Although that didn't go the way you wanted it.
And
No,
one thing you're
I think
seeing
it
us
was-
do a lot too is checkpoint warping. Well, that's one thing that checkpoint warping, again, where anytime you're in the menu, it doesn't affect any kind of IGT as well, and it replaces you in certain spots that you want to be in. So instead of having to go all the way back around after getting that third shard, you're able to go right back to the beginning of the stage and get these next two pretty quickly. And you'll see a lot of checkpoint warping, a lot of checkpoint warping.
We love checkpoint warping.
You just got to make sure we don't restart the stage. That's the one hindrance of checkpoint warping is one extra down press will let you make you retry the stage and you exit out and lose all the time that you had.
You had to mention it on this stage of all stages.
That is actually my fault. Yes. Let's rewind here.
It's like this stage just haunts me.
Yeah, that's.
Whenever I run this, it's this stage that always gets me. Yeah.
HUD's only had a tiny unfortunate error.
Just a minor one, you know.
Once before. Nothing too.
Oh, come on, give me the. There we go.
There you go.
Right.
That'll work.
So those platforms are a little bit finicky there. When they move up, you do get a nice big increase in jump height, but only if you time it right.
Yeah, this stage is just really finicky in general.
Yeah,
I tend to find there's just.
This rail section is terrible.
Yeah, it really is.
To do fully optimally, you're trying to do different jumping from rail to rail. Again, as we mentioned before, like it's not really designed for us to do that. So you're trying to jump down like this red star ring, you can get from like the top by just falling down, but then you don't see where you're at. So you're just hoping the homing attack goes where you're planning on.
Yeah, I don't even chance it anymore.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. So we don't have a key skip for this stage, so we're going to get the keys, which kind of lines up with all the red rings, red star rings anyways. We're going to have one right here. And then HUDs is going to right immediately to the left, and then get the last, sorry, not last key, the second to last key here. He's going to checkpoint warp back afterwards to get to the third key.
Very careful. We are very careful with that one now. And then again.
And then we're talking about right into the key door, which takes you to the end of the stage. The end of the stage is just on the other side of this door here, basically.
Lovely.
Little half pipe looking section here, too, best section.
Also, shout outs to the music team on this game because the music is a banger.
It's superb, isn't it?
Smash, 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 smash. So that little part of the level there that you saw with all the dream shards, welcome to the orange version of it. So we have the honey, or is it yogurt? We don't know. We'll never know. As we're going to run our way through, going to grab them. We have a specific route in mind again. We're going to use this. HUDs and I had a lot of fun with the Tails Challenge version of this at one point.
God, don't remind me of that Tails challenge.
Oh, how fun was that one, buddy?
You can call it whatever you like, but fun is not the word I would use.
You're the one who kept coming back doing it.
Yeah,
You're
because
gonna
you
let
can
me
go
have
faster.
it, but no.
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron, as we say.
Do you want to quickly explain what the Tails challenges are, actually?
So the Tails challenges in this game are basically weekly challenges where the devs will give you, is it 5 or is it 6? Random
5
levels to do. And it's just a case of try and get the highest or the quickest time on them, or in this case, the highest score, which is determined by your time. And for the first week that we played it, we really did go back and forward quite a lot on it. Like, hot damn. And we're talking about fractions of a second here.
We're literally shaving frames.
And it was all over their Twitter feeds. They were just trading it back and forth, so everyone knew what was going on. Yeah, it was a good time.
So the fun thing with it is depending on your time in a level, it awards you points, and there's global leaderboards for each weekly set of challenges. So yeah, we were just trading first place for ages. It was a lot of fun. And then I think it was like 40 minutes before the end of Matt Week's challenges, someone pipped me to first.
Yeah, came out of nowhere, just destroyed, and we were looking at it going, how the heck? Like, what?
We put so much time into that week.
So
and if I
much.
do recall, some of the Tails challenges actually change the levels up too, right?
They do, yeah.
So it's a new section each time, so it's not even, it's separate from the main game.
It's really interesting too, because there's like levels that you'll know, but they change the layout, so it's a completely different obstacle set. Now for a hard one, don't fall down.
Yeah, this level's an interesting one because it's deceptively hard.
Yeah.
Like, it looks easy, but it's actually really not if you want to do it fast.
The main thing is the movement with Amy here. As long as you are boosting and then you do the dash like that, you've got to make sure that you have the angle going in the correct direction. Too steep of an angle, and you're just going to go like 90 degrees left or right. No good for hitting a platform. This time you're boost jump and you're flying off in the different direction.
I got an A rank. It's over. Reset.
It's over. Reset. Right, that's it. Gone. Can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, the new S rank category, you don't qualify.
It doesn't exist yet. I was making it up.
This is the inaugural run. What are you talking about? This is the first one supposed to be.
I was making it up. No, I'm sorry.
You heard it here first, everyone. Argit's going to be running the new all S ranks category. Thanks, homing attack.
It was on there.
Listen,
too.
It was on there. I just didn't do it.
I'll do it, but you and King Rhodes now have to do them too.
Don't bring me into this. Don't bring me into your bad ideas.
Too late. Too late. The three of us will do runs of all S ranks now.
Oh, God.
All S ranks. That means including the new zones.
It's fine. Well, I'm going to wait for Callie to do a run because Callie is the master of doing everything in this game.
Yeah.
I'll let her do it.
Fair. And that was the second bar of the first level done again, this time with a 1 minute 30-second time limit.
And so we try to route in toward those stages that have that timer or super fast. We picked as fast as well. We don't actually do 1-5, which is the time attack for that. But so now we're in Foreman. And the four-man fight actually changed from the first update initially to the second update here that we have. Before, we were actually able to get like a 2-cycle here and made the fight really fast at the beginning, but the second phase was a lot longer. Now we're able to do this fight where you have to do this in 10 at the beginning, but the second fight is significantly faster. I think it was like 30 seconds. I just timed that out.
Oh God, I can't actually remember now. I think this one overall is about 30 seconds faster.
Yeah. And there's not that hint of where you'd almost have to reset if you got a 2-cycle in a PB, then you'd have to reset almost if you didn't get it because that's 30-40 seconds that you were going to lose.
Yeah.
So now this is much faster because you can hit the 4-man every single time here instead of waiting for the 3 cycles, the 3 different attacks. We get to skip like 1.5, I think is what it is, 1 3/4.
Yeah, it's around about that.
I don't remember, something like that.
There we go. So yeah, it used to just be 2 hits, but you had to wait for all of this to happen. And then, like, at this point, we still wouldn't have got a hit on this second phase. Whereas you can see we're already 3 hits in. So yes, there's more hits to do, but it is genuinely so much faster.
Yeah, because we skipped this second. This doesn't happen again. This little phase here where it makes the cutscene where he rises up the purple goop and all this kind of stuff. There, we don't see this again.
As long as you don't mess up.
That is true. We shouldn't see it again.
Shouldn't see it again. There we go. 2 more to go. Well, see, it's just the third hits that I find tricky. Like, these first 2 are fine. It's when he goes on the 3rd cycle that I can never seem to get the line up right.
Towards the bottom right, a little farther, a little left. Within that range, it should activate. You just jump from there.
There we go. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, perfect.
Wait.
So something that changed in that boss fight in the newest update, you can just fly in his hitbox and it'll hit him.
Really?
Oh no, you could always do that.
Oh really?
As long as you're in the hitbox, yeah. So like for the first 4-men bit, like you could just jump into them and it would work.
Yeah. No, you can do that on the big one now as well.
Oh, nice.
Right, on to the problematic stages. Welcome to the Nightmare Maze. And the reason we're calling this problematic is because this is where we used to do a lot of derailings, and that might not be happening now.
We'll give it a go and see what happens.
So we're going to go and grab the little token there. Thankfully, you can jump just high enough to grab that. We're then going to run upside down, where the gravity is going to be really funky with us. Hud's aiming for a glide there. Not
no.
quite getting the glide, unfortunately. So he's going to go back around and do it again.
Oh, does that not work anymore?
Yeah, you can get him.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, Knuckles, please. Please, Knuckles. He won't let... Oh, and then I get it.
Yeah,
there you go, got it.
There it is. Okay.
Nicely done.
So much for backup.
Yeah. Now, you can technically skip that if you want, but it's not worth doing because of how many times you have to come back through here anyway.
Right, so here's where we would traditionally derail.
Yes, it is. We do a derail there.
Oh, no, that is definitely not working.
No, that's...
Yep, that is not working. That should have 100% worked.
Well,
oh, dear. That's fine.
It's going to be an interesting little bit of a rerouting on there.
Not the biggest time loss, but yeah, like, I mean, you're losing a few seconds for sure. This is the biggest part right here. We get to skip this little section here, jumping off and just go to the left. We don't hit that rail. If you hit that rail, you have to go all the way around, or you just fall down, hit the spring, and you're good.
Yep. Now we're going to go over to...
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I go a different way on this one.
I skip that all the time.
It's like, oh my God, get the ring, get the ring. It's like, no, we got the ring. Don't worry, we got it.
Yeah, no, I do a different way to that one to you, because do you take the spring?
I take the spring up and then glide across. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I tried doing that, and I couldn't get it consistent. You're much better than I am at it.
This is the fun part about Dream Team, is that the game is still new enough right now, and the levels just have so many different routes on them. So if you ever get to play this game, try and find your own route. Who knows, you might find something faster than we have.
I've also just realized I've gone the slow way around this.
You have, yeah.
It's fine, there you go. Yeah, it just occurred to me when I started going left. I was like, I swear I don't go this way anymore.
Yeah.
Lovely iframes there, you get plenty of them.
That's very generous.
But as you can see, this is a really fast-paced game, man. The run itself is still relatively long, an hour 15, hour 20.
Oh yeah.
Whatever it is, but it's so fast-paced, you really don't even pay attention that you're in the run that long because you're playing so many levels.
So many levels, so many different routes. Trying to get the gravity. Nice, good grab. Look at the camera angle on that. It looks like it's so dizzying on you, but thankfully it's 90% of it is automatic, so you're fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful.
Very smooth stage, beautiful.
Yeah, that was one of the hardest ones to actually route initially. The route I came up with initially was terrible in comparison to that one. I don't know whether you came up with that one, KR, or whether that was a Ray route, but...
It might be right. I still do it a little bit different. Than that.
Nice jump.
That's actually a lot harder than it looks.
I mean, going over the statue there, you're just going off at that point.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not even going to bother trying to derail here.
Nah, not if it's fixed.
And then we'll just go this way. There we go.
So again, this is another stage where we're just doing a time attack, so there's nothing we have to collect, no rings, no red star rings this time, and it's obviously be a little bit faster because there's less out of the way that we're going. We're able to just run straight to the end. I think all stages at this point that we've run it in are under a minute for sure. They're about 55 seconds, I think, give or take.
Yeah, because we wanted to... It was really interesting seeing the levels that were chosen on this and why they were chosen. Because some of them, while they are really, really quick, there's a lot of technical ones in here as well.
Nope, that's 2. I want 1. 117. There we go.
Also, reading notes to know which level you go to, hard.
Yeah, I don't have anything in front of me either. I'm just like, go modify it, thinking, all right, it's the right level.
Yep. Here is that the French Knuckles. Hon, hon, hon.
Hon, hon, hon. I love French Knuckles. Yeah, so this is genuinely a game where without live split open or without notes, I can't do the routing.
Yeah,
it's something like 61 different missions all, and it's not linear as you're seeing. We're having to go back and collect other dream orbs. It can be quite tricky to keep track of it all.
Even though, again, you've made it as linear as possible, I think, at this point. With the current route that we have, it's as linear, I think, as possible.
Nice.
Nice. Momentum is a thing in this game as well sometimes. Because you see that platform was moving and he just got shot way left. Was able to recover that.
Yeah, the game has some interesting physics at times. That's one thing I could definitely say.
So now we're Nightmare Act 2 here. This is another keyscape here coming up, but you're gonna see different routes we're gonna take. It's obviously faster to go right down the middle usually through this, but again, we get the red star rings have to kind of take a little detour here and there. I was gonna skip to the enemies. Skipping as many enemies as possible is also faster because that's less homing attacks that you have to do. Be able to skip 2 of those. Stays on the bottom path here. Going down there, can he skip there? Nicely done. If you hit that enemy, you kind of bounce back and forth, so it's important that you don't spam that because you do get into a really good habit of just absolutely spamming the homing attack and spin because that's all you're doing when you're a speed character is to maintain that speed as fast as you can. So now we're gonna get 3 keys in this section here. We're going to a specific area again because we're gonna checkpoint work after the 3rd key to put us right back in the middle here. Which allows that we're basically going left to right. If I know my direction properly here. And then we're gonna get this next star ring coming up. Star ring coming up here, and then we get the 3rd key, and then checkpoint through that. Otherwise, you would take the kind of water back down and around, and then mission's complete.
Yeah, a lot of the checkpoint warps are knowing where the game is going to warp you back to because it's not always obvious where your checkpoint is. So yeah, we've done a lot of research into kind of figuring out where the checkpoints are. To knowing where and it's quicker to do it. There are some that, for example, King Rhodes adds into his run that I don't, and vice versa. Some of them are like minor time saves, but for me, given the amount of issues I've had in the past with accidentally restarting the whole level rather than going to checkpoint, I try to minimize it as much as possible. So if it's like a 1-second time save, but you've got to menu it really quick, I'll probably avoid it just for safety.
And sometimes your inputs, the reason that happens too, because the inputs will just get dropped. Or not dropped, you'll hit the input when you don't realize it because it's an extra input down.
Yep.
So yeah, it definitely adds a risk on it for sure. So now we got a checkpoint stage with Amy. The checkpoint stages are usually by far the easiest stages because the game just takes you in the exact path that you have to go. There's a couple of checkpoint stages where it can be a little finicky with grabbing them or kind of the routing, but the checkpoint stages are usually pretty fast as well. I think we use just about all of them within reason.
Yeah, they're usually pretty quick, so it makes sense to route them in.
As you can see, this is a pretty quick stage. He's already got 9 out of the 11. We come around here, one more light ring dash through here. My checkpoint's just through this. And as you can see, we have 300 rings, 308 rings. So rings are never an issue with this.
Yeah, it's worth saying there's no life system in this, so you don't earn like an extra life for every 100 rings. So the rings are just there to keep you safe more than anything. You also don't lose them all if you do get hit. You only lose a certain amount of them. So yeah, they are plentiful and there to keep you safe for the most part.
Which is good.
Yes, because you can. How does the death system work in this? If you die with no rings, I know in a boss, if you die with no rings, the boss restarts.
Yes. That's the only time you really get punished for it beyond just going to last checkpoint.
Yeah.
So this is a Knuckles one. So you can see we've already done this part of the level. Like, it is repeating parts of the level, but with some minor changes. So at the end here, we've actually got to glide into the dream portal at the end. And now we're going to be going back again. Woohoo! So this time to 126, which is that one there.
I saw an A in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I pointed that one out earlier. That was the deceptively hard one.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back to Cream. We're back to our flight character. We're going to have her going around on the rails here. The main thing we need to worry about is just trying to get as many homing attacks as we can. Reason for that being, you see the speed that you're moving with the homing attacks significantly faster than anything Cream can do with her flying. She'll carry the boost momentum for about a second or two, and then it'll just turn off, and you're at slow flight speed.
And he skipped a couple of springs, which is optimal too, because springs you get launched up in the air and then you fly over. You can skip a lot of springs in this stage as well. Not that one, because that one you need the height to be able to get up here. Yeah. But again, it's minor optimizations, even for this longer run. It's been pretty cool to see kind of get developed in the last few months.
So this is another one where we're going to be skipping the key portal at the end, and we're also going to be doing a character swap midway through the level.
What?
Which is kind of interesting. I know, you can swap characters in level.
I know. Yeah, so Dream Team is
thanks, Amy.
nice. So Dream Team is really nice about that, and that once the characters are unlocked, that's it. You have them for the rest of the game. It means that you can go through and take all the different routes that are available. Obviously, we've been routing the game where the characters that we have are the ones that are the fastest for each specific part. But I think we do like, what, 2 swaps maybe? There's not many that we do.
Yeah, there's
only a couple.
There's a 1 shard level, and then I think there might be one more. I was just trying to think about that.
Good recovery.
No, wait.
Unlucky
No,
recovery.
fine.
Good
Fine.
recovery.
We got it, we got it. No, I'm on the wrong rail. Set me to the right rail!
Oh man.
It's fine, I got the red star ring.
Almost.
Where am I? I'm back here.
Oh.
I love rails.
Now you can do the rail skip now here.
That is the same cadence as just, I like trains.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. So
yeah,
we can essentially do that right off the bat, but where you need the red star ring, you have to take that lower path.
Yeah, with those rails, like, there are ways of speeding up those sections and skipping quite a few of the rails, but as you kind of seen, even when you're trying to take the intended path, it's not always good. So yeah, it can be even more like treacherous trying to skip certain rails when you're trying to get to a particular one, because you can't always control necessarily which rail the character's going to home in on.
So there's a little skip right here, and then we're going to get our last red star ring, and then do our character swap.
Halfway around the pipe here, up the spring, done. So please have your character come to a complete stop.
Yeah.
That allows you to swap. And now we're going to go and fly around the outside. So we're going to get boost, big old jump, big old fly, round the side of it.
Should be okay.
Looking good.
I actually haven't seen that before. That's nice.
Very nice.
But the strat, normally you land on the wall, or I've done that. That's actually really, that's good time saving.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I tend to YOLO that one.
Nice. Hey, that works.
Excuse me.
So now we're on the next cream stage. This one has a few cycles.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This one can be deceptively just tricky, and your flight can kind of get, not necessarily lost, but you can miss some of these little donut cookie things towards the end here.
Cookies.
Like donuts. They don't have holes in the middle.
I was going to say, there is no hole in the middle there, man. We're going to have to teach you what a donut is.
Yeah, I guess. It's different over in the States, I guess.
It's fine. It's fine. Call it a bagel, and he'll understand.
Yeah.
There's no hole.
There is a hole in bagels.
But there's not on those platforms.
Wait, platforms? I thought we were talking about the flight things.
No, I was talking about
the platform.
Landing on the cookies.
Oh god, I'm so good right now.
Go to sleep, Pods.
That was great. That was a great level.
Thanks. Meanwhile, arguing about donuts and bagels and cookies.
You're the one that brought bagels into it. Right, anyway, we're going to run the level now. We need to grab the checkpoint. 13 in total. Doing it as a speed character because speed is fun, yo. So a lot of jumps, a lot of homing attacks, allowing us to come round. Going up to anti-gravity here now. Flings us upside down. You just got that. I thought you didn't there. That was lucky.
That checkpoint is one of the worst ones in the game, because if you go too low, you skip it. You get on that rail, and then you just lose the whole time.
You lose the run, basically.
You can't go back. Yeah, you can't go back on that rail. So you got a checkpoint back out, and it takes you to the beginning. It's terrible.
Right, we got Chuckles back here. We got a lot of water that we're going to be doing on this one just to try and knock ourselves up here. We're going to be using the glide and then, of course, the climb. With the climb, most of the time, HUDs, I'll be doing some jumps. In levels that have kind of obstacles in the way here, you don't want to do that.
Just like that. It can sometimes just not work.
Yeah. So there's one tiny tricky part of this coming up at the end of this section. You get some weird momentum on these platforms with a spring.
Oh god. Yeah, you just reminded me about this.
Yeah. So you gotta make sure we stay enough to the right, because that one platform here can be tough
You
to
said.
get that. Nice.
You said the thing.
So the other thing to say is all these square platforms, they aren't one solid platform. They are all individual squares. And very occasionally, you can just bonk into the edge of one of them, and it will just throw you off in a completely different direction.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Because physics. 235.
Oh, done it again.
Oh. Good old French nuclears.
French nucleus.
This is probably one of my favorite checkpoint stages. There's a lot of different little small kind of skips you can do in this with the angles, just kind of skipping different platforms or rails or whatever. It makes it look a little bit cleaner than just kind of going all the way out and around. So you can see we just skip all that there. Yeah. It feels really nice when it's done. It's not the hardest, but you can definitely get some weird momentum.
Absolutely. Like, you got a really cool one coming up here with this platform. Instead of just doing the glide, just straight through, missing the wall entirely there is wonderful. And then just remembering HUDs to jump.
You got to jump into the level there.
Because, yeah, that portal for the end there doesn't actually go all the way down. And you can just run right under it.
Straight under it.
I think it's the only one that I know of. Like, the only one in the run for sure that does that.
All right, now we're going to dodge all the jelly here. We got tails.
So this is probably the worst, the shard level, because this is really heavily cycle based here.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's gonna...
I've already missed the cycle. Yeah. So that's fine, that's fine.
Just high enough though, that was nice.
So now we just want to wait for this one. This is actually generally the normal side. You can make this early, but it's very difficult. It's extremely tight. All right. Then we're going to come up here. So the only thing that does really affect is the platform cycle for this last one, which looks like we should make it on its way back up, so that's fine.
Very nice.
So you can make one earlier cycle if you make the goo, but we'll take that. Right, on to Guardian Hunter. So this is one of the bosses where they've changed it, and it's actually now much longer than it used to be.
Yeah, it used to just be 4 really quick hits. The first 3 hits here are genuinely the same, which is good. We're going to have Guardian Hunter throw some balls at us. We're then going to have to see one of the balls become an egg pawn, and we hit the egg pawn back, and then that allows us to get the hit. This is going to happen 3 times, but then on the 4th hit, that's when it changes. Normally, the 4th hit was the end of the fight, but now we have an entire phase 2, but more about that when we get there.
Yeah. So, one of the things I will say is when this first came out, pretty much all the bosses were, you know, they were very good designs, and I love the designs of the bosses, but they were very, I don't want to say auto-scrollery, because they're not auto-scrollers, but they're very on rails. Yeah. You couldn't do anything to necessarily speed them up. And as I kind of alluded to earlier, we were lucky enough, myself and Argic, that we had some of the developers come into our streams, and one of the bits of feedback we gave to them was, it'd be really nice if, in some way, our skill could determine how fast the boss was. That, to me, is what makes a really good boss, is if you're really skillful at it, if you're good, it goes faster. And bless them, one of the things they did was they updated all the bosses and all the designs so that if you are good at them, they will generally go faster. Yep. So fair play to the devs at Sega Hardlight for really taking that on board. And yeah, turning the bosses into some really, really fantastic experiences. So this section here, this is what's all brand new. Yeah.
So we've now got 4 hits again coming up. The boss is now going to do a number of patterns and then throw the giant orbs at us. The patterns are relatively the same. It'll always be square, then an X, then a plus, or square, then a plus, then an X. And you don't want to do that. You did that last time. Stop doing that. So now we're going to have to replay this little sequence again. And then on the 3rd one, we'll get the egg pawn there. So that was a case of just jumping and not facing the right direction. So we ended up boosting rather than getting the homing attack.
Yeah, my bad.
And the way the boss worked last time was you could fly directly into the boss, and it would end in 5 seconds.
Yep.
On this phase right here. So now, yeah, you have to actually play this all the way out before the boss gets active. You could fly to the boss and just reach it, but there's no hit on it.
Yeah, it won't actually do anything.
Until this final one. Once you've hit this final egg pawn, you can actually fly right to the boss.
Yeah, I've been slowly getting braver with how early I start flying to the boss, but I'm still kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bit late on that one.
I was expecting to boost jump, and didn't get the jump. He just boosted straight off the edge, so there you go. Thanks, Knuckles.
Yeah, no, the moment you hit the egg pawn, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
And there we go, we're on to the 4th and final act now. We have Ego City. Shut up.
Ego City.
Shut up. I'm outnumbered here, damn it.
Wait.
Here we go.
So we got a really cool stage here ahead. This one has a lot of the boost jumps, has a lot of the homing attack in midair, has a lot of skips to it. Like, honestly, the Ego City stages are some of my favorite to play on this.
Same.
These are definitely some of the hardest ones, and we've recently, the newer route has a lot more of these stages. But before, we only played 3 or 4 in the whole Act 4 because they're a little more challenging, or we just didn't know much about them. But now there's a lot more involved in this.
So you can see like loads of skips here, loads of homing attacks on the rails there. Interesting homing attacks on the springs. And now we're going to the patent-pending HUDs perfect section here. HUDs is very, very good at this section.
Oh, don't say that now. I'm going to screw it up now.
Spend a lot of time on it. You're going to see HUDs do a number of funky button pushes and then line themselves up pretty much to get nice skips here. So going to get the button, going to do a pause, going to hit the checkpoint. That's going to respawn you once the checkpoint is played. All that platforming, going to skip all that. Get the lineup. Did not get any lineup on that.
Why was Amy... I wasn't pressing anything. Amy just started running forward. I'm not pressing anything.
Skill issue. There you go.
What if I'm starting to get stick drift on my Xbox controller?
I was ready to say stick drift on your iPad, but that's not good.
Well, I'm using my Xbox controller, but I genuinely, both those times, I wasn't pressing anything. Amy just started running on it. She did it again!
Like that.
She did it again! She's running on her own now. This is how AI slowly takes over the world.
Yeah.
It starts playing games for you, you see.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing my own games. Right, top route, grab the red star ring. We're going to go through now. We've got more top route shenanigans incoming, but we're going to skip the way over to the top route. Namely, we're just hitting that. Wow, that's really nice, that is. I'm stealing that.
Also, it would be amiss if we didn't give Egosity here its true proper name of Thinky Thonky Fun Time Zone.
I've not heard that before. I like that.
It's a new one.
Okay. We're just making new memes on the fly. I'll take it.
New cycle, loving it. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Wait.
See, here's the problem with Thinky Thonky Fun Time Zone. I don't thinky thonky.
And you think I do?
Clearly.
One thing you guys would notice too, that stuff unlocks the more orbs that you get. So like, we don't complete all the levels, even say in World 3 there. That unlocks some of the stages 6 and 7, because every world only starts off with stages 1 through 5. The more orbs that you get unlocks stages 6 and 7, so that's sometimes why we even had to go back later to Worlds 1 and like Worlds 1 to complete 6 and 7 later, because we still don't have access to them at the time. So we just unlocked, I think, some of the Nightmare Maze stage 6 and 7 there.
Yeah. Like I said, thankfully we don't have it. That is a dodgy camera angle, well handled.
Yeah, the camera sometimes does have a bit of a mind of its own. And unfortunately, I've only got so many thumbs, so it's not always possible for me to hit the camera stick to put it back. There we go.
Lovely.
Very nicely done, yeah.
We'll take it. So 49 dream orbs collected of the 70 we needed. So here's the thing, even though we're in our final area, we've still got quite a few dream orbs to go. It's kind of deceptive as to how far through you actually are.
But that's just because of the routing that's been done to make sure that we are spending...
I missed one, yeah.
You did miss one.
Hang on, that's fine.
Just restart. Yeah.
Where's the one I missed?
And forward.
Forward?
Forward? No, it's up top. I think
it's
you might
fine.
restart the page.
Just restart that
Yeah.
one level. Fine.
That was weird.
Yeah, that went all a bit. This level, talking of funky camera positions, this level has the worst.
What's wrong with the 3/4 view level? The answer is everything.
There we go.
Yeah, that's how that was.
Oh, come on!
Nice boost jump. Just
Game is being mean. This level is being mean. There we go.
There you go.
I sense another A rank coming in.
This might be a B.
A rank. I'm gonna be lucky to get A. Yeah,
they added those on the side too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's new.
Yeah. So part of the lasers weren't on the one side of that, so you could just get the first section and go through. So that limits a little bit of skipping there. Yeah, that's interesting.
They cottoned onto us. Ooh, they fixed the camera angle.
They did. Okay, yeah.
They finally fixed the camera. Thank you, Sega. Thank you so much. This level had the worst camera angle of all. If you're wondering, by the way, this level used to have a 45-degree camera angle, like
It was
set.
fine. It was just isometric.
It wasn't fine.
It
Like
was.
isometric. I was okay with isometric. I'm alright with that.
I was alright with that as well. Right, here's the fun level. We're gonna go get 6 dream shards, but sometimes the pipes don't work. So we'll see if the pipes are gonna be. Shut up. We'll see if the pipes are gonna behave themselves for HUDs. I hope it doesn't now, just so you can eat that skill issue. But we're gonna go through and grab them there. Last 2, 1, and then off to the side one there. Shoot this, suck you in, and there you go.
It was done in 20-ish seconds, so fast.
Super.
Alright.
We didn't get A rank. It wasn't A rank.
Wait, was that one that I just did an A rank?
No,
the other one.
Oh, the other one. Oh, cool. I got an A rank at least. I was expecting to get a B.
Nah, for those ones there, when it's get the checkpoints, it's actually based on how much time you have left. And each checkpoint gives you 3 other seconds, so...
Fair enough.
It's pretty funky.
Yeah. So if you
Back
guys
to
didn't
level
believe us
1.
when you said we haven't really played the update, we haven't played the update.
Genuinely.
Nah.
I played the update for all of 10 minutes.
I did the new levels, that was it. I didn't go back yet.
Because we are sensible speedrunners that practice things.
Yeah.
Rail boost, rail, derail,
no,
derail.
no.
Boo.
That should have done.
Boo.
Yeah, derailing's fixed.
Boo.
Boo, say a boo.
They fixed the camera angle, take away a derail. I mean,
Don't you start trading off.
I'd say monkey paw there, but like it's not worth that. We lose that trade.
Yeah, don't you be making excuses for them. So the other thing to say about this, some people might say, well, why don't you just stay on the old update? Yeah, about that, here's the thing. This is an Apple Arcade exclusive at the moment. So it's been funded by Apple. It's only available on Apple devices, so iOS, Mac. That's a crash.
Yeah,
Excellent.
let's go.
So it's only available on iOS, iPadOS, macOS, and tvOS. So Apple TV, Macs, iPads, and iPhones. Which kind of sucks because I'd love for more people to be able to play this because this game is genuinely incredible. However, one of the things that we should say is that because it is technically a live service game, you can't not update it because you have to be connected to the internet every now and then so it can check you're still subscribed to be able to play the game. And of course, when you connect to the internet, it's going to automatically update. So yeah, staying on older versions just is not an option, sadly.
This is another stage that we had a lot of fun with the Tails challenges on. It's actually the level where we discovered like Amy's proper boosting tech.
Yes.
We spent hours on this stage.
God. Let's put so many hours into it.
Trying to get the cycles right.
This is one of the great things with the Tails challenges, actually, is that a lot of them are just the level that you've been doing anyway. And it does kind of really force you to start focusing on the minute time saves. And overall, it really does improve your speed run. I made massive gains in my overall speed run just by doing the Tails challenges, especially in Ego City. So, yeah, it's worth
very
doing.
nice.
yeah, very good.
See, this part I still don't trust, but like, and that's why.
It's fine.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, nice.
And we'll do it this way instead. So, fun fact, if you land here, it sets your checkpoint up the top. Which means when you then come down here,
Yeah.
and then you're immediately back up. There you go.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's a big time save. Because if you don't, which is what I usually don't do, you go back to where the second key basically is.
Yeah. Oh, I hate when it grabs that way. Ooh. Dang it, missed it. That's fine.
You're missing.
We're gonna have to wait
you
for
can
this.
go backwards. Okay. Yeah.
There we go, got it.
I honestly did not think you could get that from there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. So what was meant to happen is I was meant to actually do a like a ring boost, a ring dash, but instead it locked onto the rail below. There is a rail there that actually, it's the right-hand rail. I always forget it's the right one, not the left one. That has a little flick at the end, so you can actually get the height up to the enemies with the red star ring. But there are backups for it, as you just saw.
Always know your backups.
Yep.
Very important.
Or learn them in a commentary run right now.
Or restart the level. Alright, here we go.
This is a
interesting.
very fun. I had a lot of fun routing this Emerald stage here.
I didn't have a lot of fun learning it. Cheers for the rating.
It's definitely fun. I think it's because it's one of those where it's not the hardest, but it feels really flush when you kind of knock it out. This part, that's the hard part right there. Yeah, that's the worst part about it.
Yeah. The trick with that one I found is just make sure you do your dash early, because then you get more control over being able to slow Amy down.
Okay.
Lovely.
And into the abyss, we already win.
1, 3, 4.
All the way back to level 1 again. You're like, why are we going back here? More dream orbs. This one is where we're going to be bringing our buddy Cream here. She's going to be doing a lot of flying for us. So remember those areas later on in the run? Well, there's a side route here where instead of going down onto the rails and that, the game's like, no, there's actually an entire level over to the left-hand side here. You just have to fly and get there. You can get up here, Sonic, but you're not going to be able to do all the jumps.
Yeah.
The irony with this level is you barely need to use any flight. It can actually be done without flight at all. Obviously, I'm not doing that because I'm sensible, but...
Yep.
Right, 137 Knuckles. No, say me first, then Knuckles. Whoops.
Yeah, you can just, if you just hold on.
Just do it as all Knuckles, it's fine.
It's fine, I can do all Knuckles. Oh, yeah, it's the new routing that's Amy first, but it's fine. I actually can't remember the new routing.
See, I've not done the new routing, so I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it just limits you from having to backtrack up here, because where you have to use Knuckles to get to the end, where you don't get up top. You just instead of flying back.
Whoa!
What was that?
That was a move.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're gonna see Huds come up here, and he's gonna have to like backtrack once he takes this rail. He's gonna fly backwards to be able to get this orb, the shard right here. If you play as Amy, you get to go all the way around as Amy, and then you'll level select, or sorry, character swap right here on the next shard. I'm saying orbs. What's wrong?
Orb.
Yeah. So that's the only big difference there, is just starting with Amy.
Chunky Discord audio.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm getting...
2, 1, 4. We love some chunky Discord audio.
No, yes, we do. Le chunk. Alright, so this is another one of these really, really hard levels where the start of it is fairly simple. You just go through the OBS logo, it's fine. But once you get up here to these platforms, there are no checkpoints. So, good luck. Don't fall down. So we're just going to run right way through this one. We're going to get a little bit of a skip there, only hitting the one enemy. Then this is the hard part. You don't want to fall down off the edge of these platforms here. You've got these moving lasers. You've got the enemies coming through. You want to try and keep going fast. Now that you've checkpointed, you should be fine. But it's going over these sections again. They're moving. That is a weird angle, but you managed to get away with that one.
I'll take it.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was tight.
Super recovery.
216. Woo! Yeah, through the OBS logo. That's a new one. I've never heard anyone say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the OBS logo. Look.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just never noticed it.
Through the OBS
And now I
logo.
can't unsee it.
Exactly. Welcome in my world. Alright, we're going to see some swanky jumps here with Knuckles. This has got a lot of back and forward on it, where you have to climb up, jump on moving platform, use moving platform. If you can time it right, though, there's a nice wee jump you can do. You can actually get up the very top. A little bit too high there, pulls you off
I honestly think I'm starting to get stick drift.
Maybe.
Time for a new controller, I think.
It might be. Not too high, not too high.
There you go.
There's the jump. Nice. That is a lot tighter than it looks.
Yeah, and you just skip this whole little bottom section and climb and all that kind of stuff there.
All right, reach the checkpoints before the time runs out. We got ourselves a lot of jelly to run through here. We got some half pipes. Welcome to Amy's Dream Team Pro Skater 3.
The devs did actually confirm that that was inspired by Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh, absolutely. I've got no doubt about that.
Love the half pipes.
So again, this is the route that you saw Cream taking earlier. This was actually where it originally came from, because I used to do the flight all the time. But away we go. So run in there, land on the bottom. Really important thing as well is when you do the air dash in the air without actually having a boost effect, especially when you're coming off like a spring or something, you don't want to do it too early, or you gain absolutely no distance.
Yeah. You'll lose. You'll get no forward momentum off it if you do it immediately.
You'll just plummet.
So yeah. So you saw me at the end there, like holding back just for a second before doing it, so that I actually went forward.
Yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, these are the final set of stages now. I don't think you have to backtrack anymore.
There is still a little bit of backtracking to do.
Oh, you
Not
got
too
one
much.
more? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to skip at the half pipe. Goodbye. Fireballs. Nice. Lasers dodged. Good job. Through the pipe. Left pipe here is going to give us the first red star ring of the level here. Once you run across there, then straight up the middle. Hopefully not falling down on this segment. Right across, we're then going to go over onto the right-hand side here because we're going to do a nice big jump. Skipping down, skipping all those rails. Even more important to do this way now, especially since you can no longer derail.
I'll just play that safe for now. Oop.
Poor Eggpond did nothing wrong. Right, so we're going to go grab that red star ring. Then remember, you want the bottom pipe.
Yeah. Oh, that's not going to make it.
Bite
No,
there.
that's not going to make it. I dashed too early. It's fine. Oh, it's not fine. I'm way back. Whoops.
Take the rails. Take the rails. Take the rails.
Take the rails. Take the rails. Go the normal route.
So I know what you're going to do. Just take the damn rails.
There we go.
Speaking of rails on the side, up to the slide there. Going to grab that one up to the middle. And then we're going to come across here. And then we've got one other funky rail section incoming. Once again, we're just going to do a big old jump. Good. Funky camera. Just remember and hit the middle rail for the red star ring when you need it. So not here. And then here. Jump up through and in. Very nice. Game is benevolent. Didn't make you fall through those platforms.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that could happen. I always forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't really have experienced that too much right there. It's just that the tail section and the...
I have.
Okay. This was the one we're talking about right here, yeah.
Yeah, this one I've fallen through a couple of times.
If you land, I forgot how it exactly works. If you land like on one of the cracks, right, basically, if you land just on a certain spot on these, you can just fall right through.
Yeah, it's basically if you land right between them. There's a couple of them that aren't quite next to each other, like 100% perfectly, and you can just end up falling straight between them. It's usually this one here.
Yeah. Nice.
So I've legitimately fallen between them and missed the shard before, which was fun. Right,
7 orbs left here.
So this is where the backtracking is. Most of this is in World 2.
Yes, the big fan. Big fan.
Oh, these are... Thanks, Hug.
This level is deceptively hard because if you just lose height on one of these, right away you'll just die.
There's also no checkpoints on this level, so if you do fall through, you start again.
Big jump, mitigate any gliding. Try and do the same again here. Try and mitigate as much of the gliding as we can. A little bit of climbing going on there. And then big old glide. Giant caterpillar just swimming in the hot honey there.
Oh my god, I've never noticed that. Wow, the things you notice when you're not actually playing the game.
Yeah.
Two, 6.
This is the funky stage. Nope, it's the next one.
The next one, yeah.
This one's nice and easy. This is just cream running through and flying again. So nice timing on the flies. Try and get as quickly as you can to the homing attack. That gives you the speed. Run yourself over. You got the big gloop coming down, but again, you don't have to worry about it. Let the gloop come off. Get your homing attacks and then refresh your flight. As long as you can get the off to the side there, just gets that homing attack and away you go.
Careful of this last one here.
Yeah. Very nice.
Nice. Yep.
Wait.
Yep. This is the last time. I think this is the last time we technically character swap. Actually, character swapping.
It is, because this one we character swap 3 times.
2 times. You do 3?
But you do 3 characters, so you do 2 times, yeah.
No,
you do 2 characters.
You just do tails.
Just Knuckles and Tails on this one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've been doing it wrong this entire time.
I've just been doing this slow.
So have you not done the, so there's that, have you not done the skip? I found this skip when I was messing around with this. Instead of going all the way back around,
Yeah.
To jump through one of the sections here.
Oh, I've not been able to do that.
Yeah, so you fly up top first, and then you get this orb here, this orb shard, jump down, and then you can use tails to ramp boost up here. And
Oh.
And then you kind of have a weird sliding, but if you hold all the way up, right?
Oh my, have they fixed this?
They could have fixed it.
I am.
That's a soft log, mate.
Oh, soft locked.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
not soft
Cool.
log, but that's a yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's not gonna make it.
No, it's not. Okay, I might go
So
the
then we
long
go
way around.
backwards. Wow. This actually might be a rewrite.
Yeah, we might have to rewrite this one. That is vastly different.
Because the yellow bars weren't raised.
Okay, so now I do need to
Now we
character
do Arg's
swap.
way. Arg was always right. He just predicted the future.
I'm so sorry.
As intended.
Yes. So yeah, you
Jelly.
Oh no! Timing.
That is.
Well, we are learning new things.
Yeah.
We are
we
going to
go.
have to check that out because that is not good.
No,
No.
not for that stage. Yeah, because that stage you skip that whole bottom section or the whole backside. Interesting.
Yeah, so normally once you get up into that little loop section, you can just slide straight off to the other side. You never used to get caught on those yellow things. They basically didn't have collision.
Yeah. It almost looks like they made a gap to where you fall in the gap.
Yeah. Like, this is definitely one of the hardest stages in this whole run. Just very, very precise.
Yeah, especially these last two here because you want to get that one, then you want to jump down, but you also want to make sure you don't land on that platform and run back. But it's like taking the platform for safety, smart move.
And if
Yeah,
you hit that jump, you go back to the very beginning of the stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the way you do that, Arg, I cannot do that.
It's bit me, trust me, don't worry about it.
Now here's the
Worst stage in the game, in my opinion.
I don't mind this one too much now that they fixed the flight issue.
Oh, have they actually fixed it though?
I mean, it's still a little bit jank, but it's nowhere near what it used to be.
Okay, so the reason I don't like this one is there are a lot of coming off rails and immediately going into flights with Cream. There are times where she will just eat your flight input and you will lose too much height and you can't get up.
Yeah. So it's coming up here. It's where we've got the it's where we've got these green rings. It used to be that it was very difficult to actually then get flight out of these, but they have now made it so that it does kind of work.
Okay, that's fair then.
Yeah, as long as you delay like 1 second after you go through it, it usually activates.
336. So last two stages before we get onto the final boss.
And then we're gonna have to do a reroute. Oh geez. Well, the good news is there's only like one stage we need to do a reroute on.
Yeah.
I don't know how long. Well, I mean, if you do it, I wonder what your times are like compared to like that stage. We'll have to see.
I mean, we may need to rewrite it. We may just need to see if we can figure out another way of getting Tails through there. But hey, we're figuring it out live. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
What better place to figure these things out than a marathon run? But such is the nature of modern games, where they'll just throw an update at you whenever they feel like it, and you just got to deal with it. And unfortunately, as kind of mentioned, because I didn't get back from Malaysia until about 15 hours ago or so, and I'm very jet lagged and have things to do, I haven't had a chance to do a test run. So we're just going to have to go with it and see what happens.
Right, last one. Welcome to the box of gravity. The gravity that is really funky.
Ooh.
Like I said,
It's
really
always
funky.
difficult to get.
Wow, very nice. Always want to make a GameCube joke on this, but it's not quite a GameCube. That was great.
Missed the
Not
cycle.
quite
That's
making
all
the
right.
cycle though.
Just because I was slow on that first shard. That's all.
And then you can see the springs over there. We're just going to fly towards it, get the homing attack distance, grab the one in the middle, and then boost towards the one at the end. And then that is it. All dream orbs obtained.
Nice.
Or all necessary dream orbs
okay.
obtained.
Now 109 now or whatever.
And to see if Huds is going to get the crash on the final boss.
Oh, don't say that.
Too late, said it.
No. Okay, here we go. Final boss time.
But you finally get to see Sonic. Or Sonic Dream Team.
Yeah, this is the only mandatory section where you have to play as Sonic. And Rouge. Rouge is another character that we do not use throughout the run.
Yep.
Going to the right here. So yeah, this is Nightmare Eggman. This is where the power of friendship comes together to defeat evil.
Woohoo! Nice. Evil
so
being a giant fist.
I do love the design of Nightmare Eggman though. There he is. The Brinder face.
I do wish there was more to the boss, like actually fighting Nightmare Eggman.
Yeah, it's a big run segment of this.
Yeah.
Like, the story of this game is basically a case of welcome to Cream's dreams.
Yes.
Is basically what it is. Cream's dreams are being hijacked by Eggman. And the guardian protector of the dream world, REM, is currently in an orb that we're yeeting across our characters here to try and save the dream world. That ain't making it.
Wow. What? That's never happened before. So you just do it that way.
So what Huds was going for there is there's a small, it's not a skip, but as you can see there, Rouge wasn't boosting at all. You can actually fly across and then keep your boost, so you get to play that section so tiny bit faster. There's another small optimization. Like, surprisingly, this level has some optimizations for being as close to as an auto-scroller as you're going to have in this game.
Oh yeah, you can jump off straight away. Yeah. You learn something new every day.
You didn't believe me. Next time, try the checkpoint like
yeah,
we're going to do.
Next time we try checkpoint, yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the checkpoint thing.
So remember, it's right first when you get up here.
Yep.
So we are navigating our way through. It is the true power of friendship. Except from Tails. Tails doesn't get a level on this.
Tails doesn't get to do anything.
Tails is doing his machine things. We don't get to play as him on this.
Get over there. That's fine. That should work. Yeah.
What?
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, as long as you collide with the side, you're fine. But you got to collide with the side at the top.
Bogus.
We're coming up on the end of the knuckle sections here. We got Cream.
Or as I like to call her, Squeaks.
Yes, Squeaks.
Oh, listen, she squeaks every time she jumps and she boosts.
Yeah.
Oh god, now I'm not going to be able to unhear that either.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ark.
She's a kid.
What I want to know is why is she inside? Oh wait, no, that does make sense. I was about to say why is she inside her own dreams, but that does make sense. Generally,
Because
people
it's
are
her
inside
own
their own
dreams.
dreams. Well, I've been awake 40 hours on minimal sleep. Leave me alone.
You're about to have your own dreams. You're not going to be there though, are you?
I'm going to be dreaming of this, I think.
That's not a good. Well, maybe an alright dream.
Oh dear. Right, so this is we're getting near the end now. It's almost at the final section. So running along the long spindly arms. It reminds me of Mr. Tickles.
Oh,
It's a giant Mr. Tickles arm.
Yeah.
why are you hitting yourself?
So we got the fingers with the lasers. So the reason why I'm boosting here, firstly, is because it is quicker. But secondly as well, you'll see all the giant floating hands coming to get me. If we boost like this, we actually get ahead of them. So they should, in theory, as long as I do it correctly, never hit me.
And they like block onto your height too, so you can like kind of go up and almost dodge. It's just more there for sure.
Nightmare.
Cutscene we can't skip.
Yep. All right, we're on to the final sequence here. Huds has got two more skips left, and then it is the final boss, which is literally one button press. Time is coming up when Huds will save for you, but it is coming up in the next minute.
Yeah. So during dash here. Let's see if we get this.
Nope.
Nope, that's fine. So you can make it up to those rings up there. If you get the jump absolutely perfect, you can make it up and then just skip this little section here, but it's fine. So you'd end up here. But there is another one at the end here that's very reliable, which we'll do now. Where we come here and we just hold right, not left, Arg, right.
You're the one that said left.
I know. And then straight over to the end here. We come up to the top, all the way up through the boosting, and we'll throw the dream orb and time.
Good GG, son.
Nightmares over, Eggman. That actually wasn't too bad of a run. So RTA, we're looking at 1 hour 16:25, which is about 4 minutes slower. But don't forget, we did have 4 crashes at the beginning. Then I had to update the app. Then we had another crash later on.
To update the app, like that's the best part.
When there you go, there's the first. When was the last time you watched a marathon run where we literally updated the game midway through the run?
Skill issue.
Oh dear, right, let's quickly see what the IGT was just for funsies. Oh, Sweet Dreams unlocked, nice. Okay, if we go into our save files, 103.17. Not bad at all. It's a couple of minutes off.
For 40 minutes, 40 hours.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a pretty solid one. So yeah, that is Sonic Dream Team. Unfortunately, an Apple Arcade exclusive for now. If you do have an Apple device, an iPhone, an iPad, an Apple TV, or a Mac, please go get your free 1-month subscription of Apple Arcade. Don't forget to cancel it at the end. And go and play this game and go and support Sega Hardlight, because it is genuinely one of the best Sonic games that has come out in recent times. It is the best Sonic game of 2023, hands down. Sorry, Superstars, but it is.
No, I agree.
But yeah, it's such a fun game. I generally don't speedrun 3D Sonic games. I do 2D ones, but this game is just that good that even I, as a non-3D Sonic speedrunner, can speedrun this and enjoy it. So yeah, just quickly, chaps, we'll go in reverse alphabetical order this time. Any shout-outs from you?
No, shout out to you for having me. I appreciate it. It's always fun to be on the Dream Team commentary. It's always good to hang out with you and Argit. Yeah, that's all I got. And I play 2.5 Sonic games, for the record. I play.
He straddles the line. He sits on the fence between them.
Yes, exactly.
Arg.
Thank you for having us. Hope you all enjoyed it. It was definitely one of the most interesting runs we've commentated in a while. You can find me running pretty much most Sonic games, although recently it's called Getting Bullied by Heroes. So
Hey!
we will see you on that one.
We love watching him get bullied by heroes. So yeah, go and follow King Rose. He is the current world record holder of this game. Phenomenal speedrunner. World record holder of 3D Blasters 2. Argic, I mean, you all know Arg. Scottish motor mouth speedruns every Sonic game. Make sure you go follow them. If you enjoy what you see, come follow me over at twitch.tv/huds601. But other than that, we're going to get on with the marathon. We're going to try and get things a little bit more back on track. So yeah, see you all very soon. Stick around. Supersonic's up next with the Sonic Classic Trilogy. It's going to be amazing. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to sit here and dance.